background is it's kind of interdisciplinary. I started off working in theatre and worked with a lot of puppetry and kind of interactive audience-led theatre. And then I spent a lot of time working in education, and then started getting into technology maybe kind of 4 or 5 years ago. Started working with Arduino and kind of starting to learn to program. And I just love, I'm not a very good programmer. Like, I've only been doing it for a few years, so I'm not an expert by any means, but I love talking about it in very basic language. So one, it's like totally fresh and like, oh, that's just like, a for loop is just like putting something in the oven for a certain amount of time, and you just kind of make this relationship. One thing I'm really interested in is this box that we carry around with us and do mostly everything with, and it's very much a black box. And I am really interested in kind of bringing out some of the stuff that's inside there. I often work with a lot of stories, so I would like to kind of work with kind of integrating some very physical interactions with paper or card that anyone can kind of fold up and put together and then use with their phone to bring the experience outside of the phone. I'm definitely more of a night owl and the mornings are kind of a bit more faffy, and then it's just like go later on. I work quite iteratively in that I think with my hands. So I will make something and that will produce loads of ideas and loads of thoughts, and then I'll just kind of push that thing aside and then make something else, and it's kind of a process of keep on making and doing and making and doing. And I was really technical at school. Like, I was really into science. My father's a computer engineer. I was making circuits at the age of like 5, just like really super technical. And then I went to school and realized that I loved kind of creative arts, and somehow there was a distinction at school between those two things, like the technical side and then the creative arts side. And so I just was like, oh, well, I'm like an artist and I'm creative, so that all that kind of side of my skills just were put on the side. And then since I started learning about programming and learning what it does and learning about all the wonderful things you can do with it and all the kind of magical experiences you can create, all my kind of background just kind of suddenly went into this wonderful direction. And I kind of really felt like I was like, well, this is definitely the route, this is the path that I want to take. So we only had this model of school for about 100 years, and it's totally new in terms of like our history of knowledge. And somehow it's ingrained that this is the right way of making school, making learning for people, but actually there are so many other ways you can learn, and I'm super interested in exploring that, like those other ways of learning that aren't just sitting down and learning for a test or learning to just get to the next point. It's actually like learn and then use that in whatever thing you're really passionate about,